The Martin Model 167 Maryland was an American light bomber designed and manufactured by the Glenn Luther Martin Company. It was developed in response to a December 1937 United States Army Air Corps requirement for an attack aircraft capable of carrying a bomb load of 1,200 pounds over a range of 1,200 miles, 1,000 nautical miles, at a speed of 200 miles per hour, 170 knots. The Model 167, designated XA-22, was a twin-engine all-metal monoplane with a crew of 3 and a speed of around 310 miles per hour. Although not adopted for operational service in the United States, it was ordered by France and the United Kingdom. The prototype Model 167W was powered by twin-row Pratt & Whitney RE30-37 twin Wasp engines, later replaced by single-row 9-cylinder Wright R1820 Cyclone engines for French production aircraft. All versions were armed with 6 machine guns, 4 fixed in the wings and 1 dorsal and 1 ventral gun. The French aircraft used license-built Belgian Fabrique Nationale FN Brownings and a lighter semi-retractable dorsal turret. The Model 167 featured a very narrow fuselage with the crew of 3 in isolated compartments, the bombardier in the nose below the pilot and the gunner in the mid-upper twin machine gun turret. Glenn Luther Martin doubled the size of the Baltimore factory and built all 115 aircraft in 6 months, but they were prevented from delivering them by a United States government arms embargo. Despite this, the French placed an order for an additional 100 aircraft. The embargo was lifted in October 1939, and the 115 aircraft from the first order were delivered by late November 1939. Only 25 of the second batch reached France before the French surrendered to the Germans. In British service, the remaining 75 aircraft on the French order were signed over to the United Kingdom. 32 Marylands had been completed to French specifications and were converted to British requirements. The last 43 of the order were completed as required by Glenn Martin. All these aircraft became the Maryland Mark I. A further 150 aircraft had been ordered directly by Britain with 2-speed superchargers on their twin Wasps as the Maryland Mark II. The Royal Air Force used the aircraft mainly for photo reconnaissance operations in North and East Africa, it being faster than the Bristol Blenheim. A Maryland bomber photographed the Italian fleet before and after the Battle of Taranto on the 11th of November 1940. The pilot, Adrian Warburton, scored his 5 confirmed kills with the Maryland's forward-firing guns. 7 Maryland Mark I were transferred to the British Fleet Air Arm and were mainly used for target towing duties. On the 22nd of May 1941, a Maryland of 771 Naval Air Squadron, based at Hatston in the Orkney Islands, reported that the German battleship Bismarck had left Bergen, confirming that she was breaking out into the Atlantic. The Martin Model 167 Maryland, though not widely known, played a significant role in various theaters of World War II, serving with the French, British, and South African air forces. Its speed and maneuverability made it a valuable asset, for instance, in light bombing missions, despite its vulnerabilities and limited production run.